I didn't know if he like still played Greninja like that. I know he
thought it Summit a lot.
Right. Like a while back, we saw it a lot, and he was pretty much a Greninja main back then. But from what I heard, he didn't like playing the character. But I think in a situation like this against this particular matchup, like Mario is going to be really strong against the other two characters he played, right? So I think here in this situation, like you just because like you don't want to be in such a deficit to matchups.
Right. So easy again. Mind Anti is being up a game in total. Let's see what Plup was able to do to try to readjust. I'm not too sure what character he did go in that game one, so maybe that's why we have the switch going on here.
Yeah, true. Yeah, maybe he did try the Ridley or the Mega Man game one. It just didn't work out, so he's just going with the game watch. So Anti, like we said before, you know, they did play game number 1 off stream, and we're bringing it on the stream here. So Anti is up 1-0. But Greninja is definitely a character that definitely makes some waves, but doesn't always break into that top 8 of these major tournaments. And I just feel like he's really solid, but he lacks like one of the bigger weaknesses of Greninja is he has like some of the worst out of shields for like a top tier. His grab is ridiculously slow, and rising aerials out of shield, like they only really work on like extremely tall tiers.
And which Mario is not, unfortunately for him.
Right. So Anti is going to be able to bully this shield really bad, and because of that, he can kind of fall onto his shield with some of these combo starters that would rack up like 50+ damage. So like the risk reward is like so big. Of course, Greninja, because of that, Greninja shouldn't be in shield too much. You usually want to be like moving with the character, very short, very stubby, very great dash move. So that's what we see Plup here trying to do, not stay too cooped up in shield.
Yeah, here you saw him try to throw out the shuriken to add in that pressure, but narrowly avoiding that up smash right there. I believe the fastest area that Greninja does have is his back air and his up air. Between his back air, I think starts on frame 5. But between those two, that's why you see you don't want to see him use. Oh wow! But the forward smash actually coming out from Anti, of course, Plup landing on top of that platform instead. See him now not going to be getting that jab block. Anti just trying to find a way to try to close out the stock before he finds himself losing his third stock here. I mean, Plup does have to do quite a bit here, but although he does have 91, not only does he have rage, he could definitely try to breathe on Anti right here if he tries to find a way to get in the fair at least.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, we talked about how Greninja doesn't have the greatest out of shield options, but the thing about this character is on the flip side, when Greninja is touching your shield, it's very hard to punish. Nair on block, dash attack on block, down tilt on block. Very hard to punish for how quick they are. So it can be pretty tough. But right now, Anti, yeah, he's still got a really solid lead here. Anti just playing really well to his strength, getting able to seal out that first stock really early, and he racked up so much damage.
And unfortunately, with that unsafe move right in front of Anti shield, able to get that up smash out of shield now to retaliate on Plup. Now only taking 32%. Anti is here in a pretty comfortable lead, I would say.
Oh yeah, 100%. Up an entire stock. And I mean, the damage output on both these characters, they're very combo-oriented characters. So we'll see if Anti can rack up the extra credit, or maybe if Plup can get something started here. Gets the Nair, but tries to go on a forward air. Maybe could have gone into down tilt or dash attack instead at this earlier percent.
I just realized Plup's tag is Lag Destroyer. Okay. Trying to cover the jump right there with the Nair, but calling out jumps is Anti out here with that back air. Having to find a way back. Gonna avoid that downward angled forward smash here. Being able to see another day, although on his last stock, he's definitely having to start making some moves out here. Anti do a really good job at just keeping Plup at his feet and getting that double hit from the fireball and the way on the up smash to charge, taking out Plup.
Yeah, and I feel like Plup got enough neutral areas like throughout that, especially that last stock. He landed like a, like 2 to 3 neutral areas, but he just didn't convert hard enough. And those are the openings he really needed to get the ball rolling in terms of like, okay, maybe get some kind of disadvantage situation, or maybe get some lead trap going, but drop some of those neutral air confirms, and Anti was able to just yank the momentum back into his favor and just really solid reads there on the tech chases and able to seal out that second game.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to reset neutral a lot, but as you were mentioning, although he was landing a lot of these neutral airs, it wasn't really able to follow up from it. Of course, I do believe neutral air does auto cancel as well, so like he wasn't really able to get much of a conversion. It just seemed more so he wanted to reset neutral to get poke damage instead. And I was able to really capitalize off of that since he already had the lead at that point.
Right, and Greninja does indeed have a counter. I do see the chat should have countered, but you know what, man. counter. They're not wrong. Obviously, but he couldn't have countered in that situation because he was forced into a tech chase. So he teched in place, and like even if he tried to counter after the second place, Anti just charged the up smash and positioned it. So like right after game one. But I'm assuming he won Ridley game one, so maybe going back to the Ridley. Ridley is gonna at least be able to outrange Mario, and that can be something that Mario struggles with. Is like some of these sword characters or characters that outrange him. He is very quick in the air, and he usually comes in drifting with his fireballs. But whoa, where are we going? Where are we going?
That's what I was scared of. I honestly was looking out for it, and I was a little scared, but so quickly I couldn't even get a word in. And when it comes to Ridley, I had seen in the past Dark Wizzy take advantage, especially on a stage like Lilat, which Ridley really likes to use to his advantage because of what you're talking about. He covers a lot of space and likes to take advantage of hanging out underneath platforms. But like, I also, unfortunately for him, against Cape, isn't the best when it comes to dealing with Mario. Although he is going to have a better time at trying to follow up and trying to catch Anti's landings, he's going to have a harder time figuring out what to do to mix his way coming back onto the stage from the ledge.
Yeah, and I mean, the offstage for Ridley, this character can like have a decent amount of distance during the recovery, but his actual recovery is just not that great, just because you can kind of react to it. They did buff the up B, they made it so it doesn't have as much charge time, but it's not like Fox where you have like a bunch of different angles. Ridley only has 4 different angles, so it's very predictable where he's gonna like reposition himself for the up B, which is why we see Anti take advantage of that. And wow, just like that, the second stock already gone here, and Anti definitely showing that this matchup, it could be pretty rough for him.
Yeah, unfortunate right there. So you try to catch a landing with the Nair. He does catch him with a down tilt, although Anti not going to give him that up smash for free. He does jump out of that situation. I mean, he had the whole stage to work with there, but not going to be able to fall to that back air. He does have a good amount of, although he is at 126, he does have a good amount of rage at the same time. Here we go with the ladder. He does manage to land on the platform to get that reset on his jumps. Oh, the double forward smash! He tested him.
Yeah, this is, okay, that's the range. Okay, gets the tipper forward tilt, and, you know, down tilt and forward tilt, those are, I mean, I think down tilt is a little bit more range than forward tilt, but that's the essential range that, you know, he's going to really try to abuse with Ridley. The Nair also is a very solid, just covers a lot of area. Obviously, since Ridley's so big, he uses his own body as hurt box. It's going to cover a lot of area, and the up tilt is a very good answer.
See, that's why Anti is trying to jump around these platforms. He jumped off that platform rather than trying to contest Plup from below it. Giving that respect to Ridley, having to mash out of that side B right there, although using the fireball also as a way to hit Plup, but not only that, force Plup to shield so that way he can at least find some safety net into landing in front of him.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like Plup is actually playing this matchup really well. It's just unfortunate that he got like...
Literally has 0% at the very beginning. Anti with a clean 3-0 over Plup. Of course, again, that game 1 not being played on stream. It was played off stream, but you know, we did see that game 2 with the Greninja from Plup, and of course, this was game 3. So Plup, I believe, was in loser's bracket there. So not anymore.
Yep. Anti will be moving on here, and I'm glad we got to see the Ridley on stream. Of course, the Greninja as well, but the Mario from Anti able to conquer all the characters that Plup was able to throw at him. And